all, it's James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade, and I'm here with Game 4 of our Super Mega Baseball League Special. Super Mega Baseball 2, that is. We're going to jump into this. It looks like Mark Clear is supposed to be our starting pitcher. And we are facing off against the big city folk who are 0-3 just like us. And their starting pitcher is Hakeem Jeffries, with notable players Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Jerry Nadler, and Dogface Pony Soldier. So this should prove to be an interesting matchup. So let's just jump right into it. I'm happy with the lineup. Lineup's looking good. We're going to leave the ego at 18 because, well, I haven't won yet, so no reason to change it. And looks like we're playing at the Shaka Sporting Turf Stadium. Seems to be a full crowd, as somebody is going to come out of this game with a win, and somebody is going to still be winless. As the visiting team, the Brewers are up to the plate.
Batting, number 4, the first baseman.
And Paul Molitor watches the first pitch. Watches the second pitch. It's 2-1. 2-3, or 3-1. 3-2. We got a full count. And Molitor puts it into left field and comes aboard for a single. That brings up Dale Swaim. And Dale Swaim watches the first pitch go for a strike. The second pitch go for a strike. And Dale Swaim puts it into center field. Molitor and Swaim are on first and second, with Robin Young up to bat and no outs. Okay, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. And Yout has been walked. We have the bases are loaded with Rob Deere up to the plate. Rob Deere puts it into right field. A run is coming in. And no outs, with Greg Brock at the plate. And the Brewers are rallying right away in the first inning. Two strikes. Brock's behind in the count. Oh, no! Brock has been struck out.
The right fielder.
Okay, 1-1. 2-1. 3-1. 3-2. And another run is coming in. Still only one out. Bases are loaded. Jim Gantner up to plate. Ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. 3-1. 3-2. And Gantner should have let that one go. He hit into a double play. Strands 3, but the Brewers are on top, 2-0, as Jerry Nadler, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and Jason Crow come up to the plate.
Now batting, number 63, the catcher.
Pitching today is Mark Claire. Uh-oh. That one's been hit up to center. We got one runner aboard.
21.
And that brings up Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And she hit it down the first base line. With runners on first and third, there's still no outs.
Number 25.
And Jason Crow is up to the plate. All right, we got one out. Runners at second and third,
Number 27, the
with
first
Bernie
base.
Sanders up to bats. And Bernie is going to get some RBIs here, as 2 runs are coming in. And Bernie gets a double. The Brewers are now tied up with the big city folk.
Center field.
And it looks like Crazy Nancy is up to the plate. Crazy Nancy seems pretty determined to get a hit. Crazy Nancy's thrown out at first base. There's now 2 outs.
Now batting, number 13.
And Chucky Schumer is up to the plate. Chucky Schumer's out, and that retires the side. Damage done. Things are 2 up after 1. BJ Surhoff is at the plate.
Number 5, the
He's
catcher.
having a good season so far. And Surhoff gets a hold of that one. Foul ball. And another foul ball. And Surhoff's thrown out.
Now batting,
With Mark Clear
number 25,
up to bats.
the pitcher.
And Mark Clear hits it into the center field gap. Manages to get aboard.
Now
That brings up Paul
number
Molitor.
4, the first baseman.
One and one. 2 and 1. 3 and 1. And Paul Molitor's been walked. Advances the runner to second, so we got a runner on first and second with Dale Swaim up to bats. Ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. And another walk. Bases are now loaded as Hakeem is struggling to pitch the ball into the strike zone. That's 1 strike. 2 strikes. 2 strikes and a ball. 2 strikes and 2 balls. Robin Yount gets a hold of that. It's high, but it's not going to make it. So there's runners on first, second, and third with 2 outs. And Rob Deere up to the plate. And Rob Deere barely gets a hold of that. It's going to strand 3. No runs come in at the top of the second. Next up at the plate, we're going to see Liz Warren.
Now battle, number 15, the right fielder. Too high.
And Liz Warren grounds out to the second baseman, Jim Gantner.
Number 18, the left fielder.
And that brings up Dog-Face Pony Soldier. The Dog-Face Pony Soldier looks pretty chipper at the plate. All smiles out there.
Inside.
And Swaim manages to run that one down and throw out Dog-Face Pony Soldier at first base. That brings up Hakeem Jeffries, the pitcher. And Mark Clear manages to field that, throws it over to Molitor, and 3 up, 3 down at the bottom of the second. Still 2-2. Up to the plate, we have Greg Brock, batting .353 for the season. And Greg takes the first pitch and line drives it straight to the second baseman, who catches him out. Glenn Bragg's now up to the plate. Glenn watches the first pitch go for a strike. The second pitch go for a strike. And he grounds it into center field. Comes aboard, runner on first with 1 out. And that brings up Jim Gantner.
Number 17, the second baseman. Inside.
0-1. Ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. 3-1. 3-2. Full count. And Gantner's been walked. Now we have runners on first and second with 1 out, bringing up B.J. Surhoff. Surhoff hits that to first base, but advances the runners to second and third. Surhoff was thrown out. That brings up Mark Clear with 2 outs. Clear watches the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Clear gets a hold of that, but he's thrown out at first. Stranding 2. At the top of the third, the score is still 2-2. Milwaukee Brewers versus the Big City folk. Up to the plate is Jerry Nadler.
Number 63, the catcher.
Jerry Nadler fouls that one away. Swings wildly and gets his second strike. And Nadler strikes out. Mark Clear gets his first strikeout of the day.
Number 21,
Next up brings up Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She lines it into center field. Robin Yount throws it over to the second base. AOC's on the plate.
number 25, the shortstop.
That brings up Jason Crow with 1 out. Jason Crow fouls it away. Uh-oh. Jason Crow's got a hold of it. It's going all the way to the wall. And a 1 run comes in.
Number 27,
Bernie Sanders up to the plate.
Inside. Outside.
All right, Bernie Sanders hits it into center field, but Robin Yount's there. Makes the play. And once again, the player doesn't know how to throw it to a specific base.
number 33,
And the runner manages to advance to third with 2 outs. And I believe Crazy Nancy's up to the plate. She swings wildly and gets the first strike. Strike 2 for Crazy Nancy. And Crazy Nancy lines it to Dale Swaim, who makes the play from shortstop position, throwing her out at first base. 1 run does come in at the bottom of the third. The score is 2-3. Brewers trailing. Top of the fourth, we'll see Paul Molitor leading off.
batting number 4, the first baseman.
Molitor watches 2 strikes come across and a ball. And Molitor lines it to the shortstop, who catches him out. 1 out.
The short.
Nobody aboard. Dale Swaim up to bat.
Inside.
1-1. 2-1. Oh, Swaim was late. Struck out.
Now
Brewers are down.
19, the
2 outs. And Hakeem Jeffries is being replaced by Mini Mike Bloomberg. Yount gets a strike. Yount with the second strike. And Yount manages to get a hold of that as he manages to get on base. But the Brewers have managed to get on base a lot this game. And they've managed to strand a lot of people on base this game. Rob Deere at the plate. Rob Deere into left field. 2 runners now aboard. 2 outs. And Greg Brock, the man who retires innings. Ball 1. Ball 2. 2-1. 3-1. 3-2. Batter walked. Bases are loaded with Glenn Braggs at the plate. Strike 1. Strike 2. Wow! That was a ball. Oh, Braggs got a... No! Braggs has been caught out. Stranding 3. After the top of the 4th, Brewers 2, Big City Folk 3. That brings up Chucky Schumer. Chucky Schumer is batting 77 on the year. And Chucky Schumer tries to hit it, but he flies out. Rob Deere easily makes the play. And that brings up Liz Warren. Liz Warren hitting it down the 3rd field line. It's in play. Rob Deere kind of lackadaisically tries to get to it. And she gets a double. And that brings up Dog-Face Pony Soldier, who still seems as chipper as ever. And he gets a strike. Dog-Face Pony Soldier's thrown out at first.
Number 36, the pitcher.
That brings up Mini Mike Bloomberg to the plate with the Big City Folk down 2 outs with a runner on second. And that's not good. Runners at first and third. Mini Mike Bloomberg gets on base. Now Jerry Nadler's up to plate. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. A run comes in. The Brewers are still struggling this year as AOC is at the plate. AOC is out, the side's retired. But another run comes in. It's now 2-4 after the end of 4. Brewers down. Jim Gatner is at the plate, and he's facing up against Mini Mike Bloomberg. Jim Gantner grounds out to the second baseman, who throws him out. 1 out.
Batting,
B.J. Surhoff at the plate. B.J. Surhoff gets a hold of that and drops it into right field, managing to get a single.
now batting.
And that brings up Mark Clear, who's going to be pulled out. Substituted for, looks like Cecil Cooper.
Now batting, number 15.
And Cecil Cooper's up to the plate. Cecil Cooper fouls the first pitch away. Cecil Cooper's stunned. That was a strike. And Cecil Cooper drops it into the gap. Runner advancing to third off of that single.
Number 4.
Now we have Paul Molitor on the plate. Paul Molitor into center field. Run coming in. Runners at first and second. 1 out. Brewers
Now batting,
are starting to show something this inning.
the shortstop.
Dale Swaim at the plate. Dale Swaim hits into a double play. The Brewers strand 2. The score is 3-4. The lead's been cut, and it's time to figure out who's going to come in from the bullpen. Juan Neves is coming in to try to keep the ship upright.
Now batting, number 25, the shortstop.
What? That was not a fair ball. Brewers were robbed in that call.
Now batting,
And that brings Bernie Sanders up on the plate with a runner on first and no outs.
Foul ball. Foul. Inside.
Oh my God! An error! A horrible error!
now batting,
Runner advancing to third. There's still no outs, and the Brewers are once again the Brewers.
Inside.
Surhoff is hoping to make the play, and he catches out Crazy Nancy to get the Brewers an out.
number 13, the third baseman.
And now we have Chucky Schumer up to the plate. Chucky Schumer gets a hold of that one into center field high. Robin Yount calls for it. And of course, the player doesn't know how to throw it to home,
Now batting,
and a run comes in.
15, the right fielder.
And that brings up Liz Warren with a runner on first and 2 outs.
Low.
Glenn Braggs retires the side. Robin Yount will be leading off with the Brewers down 3-5 in the 6th inning. Brewers really need to get on fire here in the batting cage. Something's got to happen here. One and one. 1 and 2. Yount hits that, and it drops short into center field. Robin Yount gets aboard with a base hit. And that brings up Rob Deere.
The left fielder.
Inside.
Rob Deere watches the first one go ball
Inside.
and ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. 3 and 2. Deere drops it into left field. Runners on first and second. No outs. The Brewers might be rallying.
The third base.
And here's Greg Brock. Looks like mini Mike Bloomberg's coming out, and Val Demings is coming in to help right the ship. Liz Warren's being replaced by Zoe Lofgren. One and one. 2 strikes, 1 ball. Oh.
Now back.
Now Braggs is up to the plate.
The right
I believe there is an out now for the Brewers. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. All right. The bases are loaded. Jim Gantner's at the plate.
17. The
1
second
out.
baseman.
Ball 1.
That's low.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Inside.
Full count. What? What? That was a ball. Oh, ripped off. Okay, so bases are loaded. 2 outs. B.J. Surhoff up to plate.
Low.
Ball 1. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 and 2. 3 and 2. 3 and 2, and Surhoff manages to hit a double, bringing in 2. Score's tied up, 5-5.
Now batting. Number 20.
Juan Neves is up to the plate.
Inside.
I got ball 1.
Inside.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Juan Neves is thrown out. Stranding 2. It's all tied up 5-5 after the top of the 6th. Juan Neves is coming back out to the mound, and he's facing off against Dogface Pony Soldier.
Inside. High.
Dogface hits it high, and Surhoff's trying. Yep, Surhoff's there to make the play. One out. Zoe Lofgren with her first at bats. Wait, what's going on here? She's being replaced by Sylvia Garcia, and Sylvia Garcia is at the mound, or at the plate, and Sylvia Garcia lines it to the third baseman. Easily throws Sylvia Garcia out at first base. Next up, Jerry Nadler. 2 outs. Things are tied up. 5-5. And Juan Neves seems to have beamed Jerry Nadler. That brings up Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And seems that Jerry Nadler has a sore hip. And Cortez is out. Things are tied up 5-5 at the top of the 7th with Paul Molitor up to the plate. Val Demings is still on the mound pitching. Ball 1. 1-1. 1-2. 2. Molitor's been beamed. He comes on to the first base. Dale Swaim's up to the plate, and it looks like Val Demings is going to be replaced by Jeffrey CNN Zucker. Jeffrey CNN Zucker coming to the mound, and he throws one right down first base, or right down the plate. 2 more down at the plate. 2 strikes. And double play. 2 outs. Robin Yount at the plate. And Yount hits it into center field gap. And he's going to try to get to second base, and he barely gets there. The player was being very risky with that call. And Rob Deere is up to the plate. Rob Deere fouls it away. Rob Deere swings at a 2-1. Rob Deere down the yeah, that's what we call beautiful. No. Get yeah. What are you doing? The player doesn't know what he's doing, but a run did come in. Though Deere should have had at least a double at that. He ended up with a single. And Surhoff. And yeah, things got bad. I think Deere was caught in a pickle. And that brings up Jason Crow with Juan Neves pitching.
Now batting, number 25, the shortstop.
And there's a runner aboard with Bernie Sanders up to the plate. Bernie Sanders is thrown out at first. Runner advancing to second, 1 out. And we have Crazy Nancy up to the plate. Crazy Nancy watches a strike. Oh, man. How do I throw it to home? I wish I knew. It's all tied up. 6-6. Runner at first. Chucky Schumer is at the plate. Chucky Schumer fouls that away. Chucky Schumer was run out at first. Brings the pitcher, Jeffrey Zucker, up with a runner at second. And there's been another beanball thrown. Jeffrey Zucker was beamed. Runners at first and second, with Dog Face Pony Soldier at the plate. Uh-oh, that's not good. Run coming in. Brewers are now down 6-7.
Now batting, number 28, the right fielder.
And Sylvia Garcia is at the plate. Sylvia Garcia lines it out. And Robin Yount retires the side after 2 runs came in to put the Brewers down 7-6 at the end of 7. This brings Glenn Braggs up to bat.
Now batting, number 26, the right fielder.
Glenn Braggs was really early on that. And Braggs is out. 1 out. Jim Gantner at the plate.
The second baseman.
Strike 1. Strike 2. And what the hell? Okay, 2 outs. The player doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Player's terrible. BJ Surhoff up. BJ manages to get it into center field. We have a runner aboard, but we have 2 outs. And
Number 20.
Juan Neves needs to be replaced. Who are we going to bring in for Juan Neves? How about Gary Sheffield?
Now batting, number 11.
So Gary Sheffield is up to bats.
Inside.
That's ball 1. Gary Sheffield hits it down the first baseline, but it goes foul. Sheffield into left field. We got runners at first and second with 2 outs. And that brings up Paul Molitor.
Number 4, the first baseman.
Paul Molitor was way early on that. Paul Molitor with a caught out. Yes. Going to the bullpen, and we're bringing in Dan Plesac at the bottom of the 8th. 6-7. Brewers down. Brewers once again out hitting their opponent, and Brewers once again find themselves
Number 63, the catcher.
down on the scoreboard. That one's hit high. Dan Plesac's there calling for it. And one out.
Now batting, number 20.
With Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez up to the plate.
Inside.
She fouls that away.
Foul.
And Alexandria's aboard on first base.
Now batting,
That brings up Jason Crow. He's having a big day. Jason Crow's thrown out. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez advances to second base. There's 2 outs, and Bernie Sanders is at the plate. Bernie follows it away. Bernie's caught swinging. And Bernie strikes out. Side is retired. Dan Plesac does the job. Almost 3 up, 3 down in the 8th inning. It's 6-7. Brewers are down. They need to score this inning.
now batting, number
And Dale
27,
Swaim is at the plate.
shortstop.
And he watches ball 1. 1-1. One and 2. Fouled away. Oh, shouldn't have swung at that one. Oh no! Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez says, "Not on my watch. I'm gonna catch this. I want this win," she says. As Crooked Hillary seems to be coming in for Jeffrey CNN Zucker. And Robin Yount is up to the plate. Robin Yount strikes out. Brewers are
Number 45,
Brewers are desperate. They're down 1 with 2 outs. And Deer manages to hit it into center field. Deer gets aboard. And that brings up Greg Brock, the man who seems to end round. Greg Brock. Brock watches a low ball. 1-1.
Inside.
2-1. 3-1. 3-2. Full count. Brock hits it into center field. There's runners on first and second, 2 outs. Top of the 9th.
number
And
26,
Glenn Braggs is at the plate. Strike 1. Strike 2. And the Brewers once again trot off the field losers. 2 runners stranded in the 9th. The Brewers clearly out-hit the big city folk, but they couldn't put the runs on the board. And the Brewers are very disgruntled this year, once again feeling like they're better than their record. Six runs to 7. And there's the numbers for today. There are the pitchers. There were very few strikeouts this game. Mark Clear and Dan Plesac both getting one. And Juan Neves gets the loss. Getting the win today is Jeffrey CNN Zucker. And Crooked Hillary gets the save. Rob Deere seems to be the MVP. BJ Surhoff is in second, and Jason Crow is third. The only member of the winning team to show in the MVP list. And yes, we're not very good at this game, evidently. Alright, time to simulate things. The Gazelles are still without a win, as are the Vrooms and Soul Takers. Okay, so the Outlaws and Gobblers are clearly having a heck of a run in our division, which really isn't good for us. It says our chances of making the playoffs are not very good. We're 0-4, and two teams in our division are 4-0. Yeah. We are 4 games back of the leaders. And next time up to bats, we're going to be facing off against the Derby, with Teddy Higuera coming back up in the rotation. And notable players will be Rob Deere, Robin Yount, and Paul Molitor. Rob Deere's managed to bring up his average on the season to .476. Molitor is still struggling. Anyway, I'm James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade. Hopefully you enjoyed the content today. I brought in a special lineup for you all to enjoy. I was hoping that this would be the first win and it would be against this special lineup, but losing to this special lineup is even more painful. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you all have a great day. Peace.